Hey guys, what's going on? Coming with another video. It is Tuesday morning. Some crazy stuff happened in the market yesterday, but before I get into that, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Like I said in my last couple videos, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of March. I think we can do it. So if you guys just hit the subscribe button, it's much appreciated. So I really want to get into two things today. I want to talk about Virgin Galactic. Ticker is SPCE. And I want to talk about the NASDAQ fall today. So I'm going to roll this, I'm going to do a 2-for-1. I want to roll both these things. I feel like it's both very important. So I didn't want to make two videos or roll this one out, one Tuesday, one Wednesday. So I'm just going to make it one shot here. So Virgin Galactic is a position I hold. I'm a long-term investor. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I believe in, growth. I really like growth stocks, a couple SPAC stocks. This is one of my SPAC plays. But growth is really what I like doing. I'm a long-term investor. I'm not a day trader, swing trader, option trader, put trader, none of that. So I just like taking it the slow and steady way, getting in good positions or companies and then letting them go. So Virgin Galactic Spce, they've had more negative news than positive news recently, in my opinion. Ever since the test launch didn't happen in February, it missed the window. It's now pushed back to May. That caused a lot of people to really jump out of the stock, give up on it. But I'm still a real big believer in the stock. I'm still really bullish on it long term. I think a lot of day traders and swing traders and people that are just very impatient and want returns now kind of jumped off. The market's been really correcting the past 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks at this point. So I feel like there's a lot of new investors that are panic selling. It's really just a compounding of everything going on right now, which is I think why this stock's getting hit so much. That's my opinion. I think it is going to turn around, long story, in the long game. No new news really. So with that, the stock just keeps selling off. But there's no really good or bad news until May. So I think people are just getting impatient, like I said. So this stock is just getting away from people. And that's a good thing if you're a long-term investor, if you're a believer in Virgin Galactic or you want to start a position, that's great. It gives you a really good opportunity to get in. I know in a couple of my other videos, I saw in the comments below some people buying at 50s, 40s, mid 30s. So really, if I were in your position and you believe in this stock, and if I bought at those price levels, I'd be averaging cost down right now. I wouldn't make it a big position, but I would try to, chomp at it as much as I can to drive down my cost base, because now you're getting a really good opportunity. The stock less than a month ago was at $60 a share. Now it's down to $26 a share. So like I just said, if you bought in the 30s, 40s, or 50s, or 60 if you bought at 60-ish, I'd be driving down my cost base right now, and that really wouldn't be my personal approach, because this is a SPAC play. So I don't like making it more than, I don't like having SPACs more than 5% of my portfolio. I have it under 3 right now. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to build it too big or unless you really believe this thing, you're going to hold it for a decade or two. But that's not my style. I'm very, cautious with my SPAC plays. So back up to I'll get to the NASDAQ later. But yeah, so what you want to do is be patient. Don't go off emotions. You just kind of want to, buy it. Don't panic. Don't sell it and lose money. People are very emotional, I think, in the past 2 weeks because things are correcting. You got a lot, like I just said, a lot of new investors that are panic selling, so they don't know how to handle situations like this. Like I said, if you bought this stock, average cost down. Hopefully it's not a massive position in your portfolio. And so that's what I would do. This one is less than 1% of my portfolio. I own 3 SPAC plays. This is one of 3. Each one of them hold about 1% of my portfolio. So it's a very small position, but I feel like the risk reward is great. And I really do like this company. I have no plans on selling the stock regardless of what it does. So would I start a new position now? So if I were researching Virgin Galactic, saw what happened, see what's coming, I really think in May it's going to be a successful flight. I don't think it's going to get pushed back again. I think that's going to cause a lot of, excitement in the stock again. So would I buy right now at $26? Absolutely. I would think, again, it really depends on how big you want to make it. Am I buying it at 26? No. But would it be a bad time to start it, assuming maybe this hits the bottom and it goes back up, even though I do think the market is going to correct for another month or two, maybe 3. So right now, buying I wouldn't say it's a bad idea, but if I were to start out fresh personally, I'd probably just let it keep going. I think it's going to continuing to go down for the next couple of weeks, if not a month or two. So I wouldn't buy it right now. But if you're looking to get in a SPAC play, is it a bad buy right now? No. People were buying at the high 30s, 50s, and 60s, and 40s a couple of weeks ago. So like, it's not a bad buy if you really believe in the company, which I do. So big news, Kama sold 6.2 million shares recently. And I think that's really scaring people. I mean, that's a ton of money. So I think that news scared a lot of people out of the stock, but you got to remember, like, he still has a bunch of money, some more money, more shares in it than when he sold. So I think he's just trying to take some of his profits and apply it elsewhere, because I think he knows the stock's going to keep correcting. He sees the market coming back to normal levels. I just feel like he just wants to get some profits, and then he's going to leave a bunch in case it doesn't do that. So I like what he did, but I think a lot of people, they don't understand what he's doing, and they're basically scared, running out of the stock. You got to remember, he's just taking some, like, I could take some of my profits right now. I'm still up a good amount, so I'm not going to do that because it's not a huge position of mine. But like, I could do that. I could sell half, keep half, but I'm not. But so don't get freaked out by this. Is basically what I'm getting at. Like, I wouldn't get too caught up on that. So that, I mean, that news is flying around everywhere like it's a big deal. Like, it's really not. It honestly. So that's my thoughts on Virgin Galactic, what it's doing right now, how I would handle it. The NASDAQ did fall in the back half of today, 2.4%. It was holding strong all morning, afternoon, and the late even just dived. So it's been, other than last Friday, it's been doing that for the past week. So I feel like they're trying to get, they're trying to get resistance, and it's just falling. So I think that's going to be a pattern that we're going to see multiple days throughout every week for the next couple weeks. So just keep cash on the sideline. I didn't do any buying Monday. I just was chilling. Really, the value, like, I was really focusing on Tattoo Chef and CSRS, Corsair Gaming. They really didn't have much big movements today. I think they both went up a little bit, so I'm not going to average cost up on what I was buying at last week. That when I think it's going to go down, and if it doesn't, I'm happy with what I built out right now. So I'm chilling right now. I didn't do any buys today. So that's what I did today. I was just watching, basically. What is my cost base on Virgin Galactic? Right now it's 21.16. That's what I have as my average cost base. Right now it's 26. So like I said, I don't have any, I don't want to average cost up in this market right now. So in some of my videos, when I usually build a position or say why I'm so bullish on it, this really wasn't a video to say why I'm bullish. This is more or less just what the market's doing right now, what I'm doing with Virgin Galactic, and my thoughts on it as of right now based on the news we have and what the market's doing. So where I love it, or where I will be buying again, if it goes to like 15 to 18, I'm gonna have to buy some. Again, it's 1% of my portfolio. I might make it 2% or 1.5%. So it's gonna be a very small add, which isn't a big deal if you got cash on the sidelines. Right now I have 28% cash roughly on the sidelines, so I wouldn't even deploy 1% to move it up 1.5 in my portfolio. So to me, it's not a big deal to average cost down, because I do believe in the stock long play. Still buy where I would still buy it, depending on what the market does and what everything else is doing. If this stock, if everything ran back up or corrected, it was slowly going up, and this stock was just stuck at like 20 to 23, depending on what the market was doing, I would still buy it at this for sure. So some part of that would be averaging cost up, but I'd have to see what the market's doing elsewhere. So really, I'm really focused on this for my position. But like I said, if you don't have a position, now's not a time to get in a small position. Where I would hold anything 25 plus right now, I wouldn't even go near. If it goes up, or it's at 26. I just basically half lied, but like 25 for my cost base, I wouldn't go near it. I just don't want to buy it at that price. Prediction for 2021. So I think the market's going to correct in a couple months. I think it's going to start going back up. Stimulus checks are going to come out. There's not going to be another one after this one. Vaccine's going to roll out midsummer. It's going to be readily available in all pharmacies, this summer. With all that said, if the flights go well, which I think they're going to go well in the early or late spring, early summer, I seriously could see the stock being, which is crazy to say right now, I could see the stock being a $75+ stock. Easy by the end of this year. So if you're buying it at $26, you're basically, 3xing your money. So that's really how I feel about the stock right now, and that's what gets me so excited. If it goes to these levels, I'll gladly buy a couple more shares because I think it's going to be like this at the end of summer, or end of the year, excuse me, and we'll all be, reaping the profits of being a shareholder of the stock. That's all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your cost bases, and let me know what you guys are going to do, or if I missed something, which I don't think I did, like big news or anything like that. But yeah, I'm still really bullish on the stock. Nothing's changed. It hasn't changed my mind since last summer. I haven't changed my mind once. I really like this stock. I really believe in it. And I think as a long-term investor, it's a great stock to get into. All right, peace.